So we're going to go to hard questions, and Soda is going to join me here for this one. And Soda, you don't know exactly what this topic is yet.
Nope.
But as you know, this segment is where we talk about things that, in a civil manner, we have a civil discussion on things that a lot of times a lot of people might get heated about and yell and go off the handle over. This one here was something that I wanted to talk about. And I'll ask the question and I'll kind of set up the two sides.
Okay.
And I'll kick it to you. Should mistakes by officials cost players points, regardless of the outcome of the match? Like in this case, the Superman question, right? It was a correct answer. He did not receive the points. Even if he would have, it wouldn't have mattered. You know what I mean? As far as the result of the match. But I'm coming from the angle of if we're talking about career stats for players and stuff like that, and this is something that it wasn't. This is where it's a fine line if you want to look at it like this, because you've got, yes, it was a mistake by maybe not the officials as in Christian, but on the side of Schmoedown of the competition. But then you would be like, okay, well, that's what Coy is for, and Coy should have challenged it, and he dropped the ball there. And then the thing that I really thought about the other day was, because for my mind, I have to compare to traditional sports.
I was going to do the same thing.
Yeah, say in football, you've got a running back, and he's trying to rack up all the yards he can for his career totals and for Hall of Fame and all that, right? He steps out of bounds, but the referee misses the call, doesn't call him out of bounds, and the next 30 yards after that he picks up go on to his total, or the opposite. He doesn't step out of bounds, and the ref calls him out of bounds, and he loses the yards that he gained after that. They don't get those yards back, which in this would be those points, if you're going to compare. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking at it. It's a toss-up, man.
So for me, I'm looking at it from of course, from a hockey standpoint, because I don't really understand football. Hockey is more what I understand. So in hockey, there is a coach's challenge, where if something gets missed, you do have the opportunity to challenge it. But however, at the very end of the day, after the fact, the call on the ice, or in your case, the call on the field, stands. So I personally don't believe that you should retroactively give points in their stats. Once the game continues and you've moved that past that point, you don't get to revisit it, which is pretty much what they do in the Schmoedown now. The opportunity for the challenge was missed. Sorry, too bad, so sad. You don't get the points. The call on the ice, or in this case, the call on the game, stands.
Yeah,
the way it is.
That's the side I'm leaning on as well. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it's the ref misses a call, and that's it. Same thing with baseball. They call a home run a foul ball, and he loses that home run toward his career stats.
Well, one of the biggest hockey ones was, and this actually resulted in a rule change the next season, but was in the 1999 Stanley Cup Finals, Game 6, Dallas-Buffalo. Brett Hull scored the game-winning goal. At the time, there was a rule where you couldn't have your foot in the goalie's crease. If you scored that way, it was illegal. However, that happened. Stanley Cup winning goal. Call was missed. I mean, with an instance like that, do you go like the next day say, hey, sorry, we missed the call. We're going to go back and play No, it doesn't work like that. I mean, human error. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, and I think anyone not many have, but I've been talking about Schmoedown for almost about a year now, a little over a year. And my main thing that I'm into is the competitors and how much work and heart that they put into this, and the time that they take away from their daily lives or families or their work or whatever, free time that they could have. And so that's why I'm a big advocate for the competitors and the work they put into it. So a lot of times I tend to get caught up in that emotion.
And the flip side of that too, also that reasoning also goes to the question writers. Yeah. Like, I mean, something is gonna fall through the cracks. That's just inevitable.
And that's what the manager is there for, is to find those mistakes and catch them in the moment. Now, and this is not beating up on Coy. He already admitted that he missed that call. He should have. challenged it.
Like mistakes happen. Like that's just human nature. And it's something I learn every freaking day at work. Every time I screw up, humans make mistakes. Best you can do is try to fix it as best you can. But in a competition sense, you can't go retroactively rewarding points willy nilly.
Yeah. I agree. It's one of those really unfortunate moments, but I gotta go back to what I've preached for a year when I always like to make those comparisons to traditional sports.
Mm-hmm.
If I do that, I have no argument as to why they should get the points.
Yeah, 100%. There is no sound reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna challenge a call 2 plays later. You can't.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The whistle starts, the play moves on. You got to move on with the rest of the game. You can't be dwelling on something like that. I mean, that's what the fans are for. We're the ones going like, oh, why did this happen? But in this instance, I think everybody knew it was just human error. That's all it was. And that's why I said when I was actually pleasantly surprised and really happy to see the fans didn't jump down anybody's throat, at least not from what I saw.
Me too.
Shows that maybe us as Schmoedown fans are actually starting to mature a little bit. I'm saying a little bit, not a lot, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You're always gonna have those little dark spaces.
And that's why I stay off Reddit.
Yeah. I don't know why I said underneath the refrigerator. I don't know. Is it dirty underneath my fridge? I don't know.
That's I do not want to move my fridge.
Yes, I'm hungry. Frenchie just told me you're hungry. That's why you brought up the refrigerator. But yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up real quick there for hard questions. Really wasn't too deep to get into, but I did want to bring it up because there was discussion about it on social media and Facebook and whatnot. Definitely want to address things like that and talk about it. And
this honestly is my favorite segment of the show because we're doing what humans should be doing, really, is discussing the stuff in a civil manner, not really at each other's throats.
You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.